my god!
Wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
That was from FollowFlight, Mike. We couldn't help but have him put a
I got my
FollowFlight.
own double FollowFlight.
One.
That's a
So that's
first.
first ever double
Without a
FollowFlight
doubt.
with from one thrower. So Simon, it's safe to say that you have been very busy. I mean, if anyone's paying attention to Simon's YouTube channel, which you should very certainly, if you're a disc golf fan, be subscribed to Simon Lizotte on YouTube. Also, he just got a Patreon, which you should definitely go support him there. But what I say that to say, you're uploading like crazy right now. Like, how often are you uploading videos these days?
Well, during the off time, which is not the touring season, which we kind of missing out on this whole season maybe, but during the season, my goal was to upload at least once a week, ideally twice a week, and off season or time off at home every other day. And I really found a great rhythm. And it's like shocking at first. Like the first couple of weeks, I started vlogging and trying to upload like on a regular basis and set myself a schedule. I was like, how do people do that? Like some YouTubers upload every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I was like, how is that possible? But then the more I did it, the more I made it a habit and a routine. It like became just part of my day. And the more I do it, the easier it gets. And now it's like I have videos done like for the next week almost. And with every other day, sometimes I can make 2 vlogs in a day, and then I have footage for the next 4 days, and then I don't have to worry about shooting again for the next 3 days. So it's if you like place it out properly and make like get the stuff done you have to get done, then it's actually pretty easy if you're efficient with it.
How much have you personally financed into all the equipment and all that kind of stuff? Because I feel like that's got to be pretty expensive.
Yeah, actually very expensive. Probably somewhere between 5 and 10 grand up to now. It's been,
Wow.
And I purposely made it that expensive because I bought a really good camera, the best microphone I could find. I bought a brand new laptop to do the editing on, and I like kind of went out of my own budget and comfort zone with those prices to like force myself to actually do it. Like that was like tricking my own self into, if I have all this expensive equipment, that'll make me do it and commit to it. And with the insane Patreon support that I started yesterday, and just the love and the support has been incredible. And the YouTube ad revenues, like I pretty much already probably paid off, I think, most of the expenses I've had already in like a couple months.
Wow.
That's great.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that just, I mean, we say it every chance we get. That just speaks to how supportive the disc golf community is. I mean, Nate and Germ can attest to it because of disc sales and how popular like their specific molds are, and then of course Big Sexy Commentary and the type of support that we get on the YouTube channel and the Patreon and everything. Like I wouldn't trade this fan base for the world. People, I mean, we're in such a unique position to have the people that are so just wanting to support us no matter what we're going through, even if like guys like us can't be out there touring. They still want to know like what we're up to, and even watch a live show that we just started like a month and a half ago. And of course with you, Simon, just they love the creativity that you bring. And of course, like you just said, you committed to what you're doing by buying a little bit higher end equipment than you really needed to, because you wanted the quality to show through. And that just goes to that really goes full circle with not just the equipment. It goes through with how much planning you put in and how crazy you get with your ideas. I mean, look at all these challenges that have happened since Waco. Like, I mean, you started a couple of them. Like, the 10 feet every every, I don't know how you say it. How do you say it? 10 feet every time you make one. And then I know the other athletes are out there calling you out now. Like, who else made challenges that's kind of like calling you out to kind of participate?
It's actually crazy because I feel like so busy that I have trouble keeping up with all the other channels. Like I just sometimes like go back and like, when's the last time Drew posted or Garrett or Brody posted? Because I'm so busy like trying to like manage my own stuff that I missed out on other vlogs. But I try to keep up with it as much as possible, and it's awesome to see Drew Gibson, who has put a lot of work into his channel, And then, of course, Garrett has been doing some challenges. Brody, as always, he's a full-time YouTuber, so that's his job. Paul has been having fun with it. And other people, like, if you look in California, Paige and Nate Perkins, they put on a whole event and put it on YouTube, like almost like awesome quality. If you watch the front nine of the Avocado Open, that was very impressive to watch with the limited staff and equipment they had. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome to see all that.
Yeah. Well, there's one video in particular that I want to highlight, and it's
Ooh,
I think
yeah.
it's your most recent one, and we're already getting tons of comments before they even knew what we were going to do. And I'm talking about, of course, the double ace. The 2 throws.
Oh boy.
One motion. I don't know. Let's just, if you haven't seen it, you probably have, but if you haven't, let's just take a quick look. Now enjoy the double ace. Let's go. The amount of things that have to go right for this to work, it's a lot of things. I don't know if it's possible for there to be so many things that fall into place. I want 3,000 likes on this video if this works. Oh boy! Can someone do the math? What are the chances of this working? I need to see an equation. Hope dies last, as we say in good old Germany. All right, no matter what, this is the last take. My battery's dying and my SD card is full. What a trip. Over 2 hours of trying. Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Oh my. Sorry, I shouldn't say oh my god that much, but it worked! They both stuck! And I have like 5 minutes on my SD card. Oh. How is it possible? I'm shaking. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Well, before we break down this video, real quick, it's not your birthday, but we have a little
Oh
extra.
my gosh.
We added a little something extra to the video.
Justin Freeman.
Yeah, $100 super chat. Thanks, man.
Jeez.
Wow, Justin.
Oh yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes! Oh my god.
Wow.
That's cool. That's cool.
That was from FollowFlight, Mike. We couldn't help but have him put a
I got my
FollowFlight.
own double FollowFlight.
One,
That's a first.
so that's yeah, first ever double
Without a
FollowFlight
doubt.
from one thrower.
I mean, are you trying to make a guy cry with trick shots? Is that what you're going for with that music and the just you're trying to push us to the limit?
Oh, it's so sad that like one of my least favorite parts of the job is to find good music. So I have a very, very limited amount of songs to choose from, and that was like my motivational piano and
Oh, it's working.
things. So yeah, I was switching around the songs for that shot a bit, but I kind of like this emotional vibe to it.
And that whole hope dies last thing. I mean, man, that's awesome.
I said, I mean, it was a 2.5 hour clip, more than 2.5 hour clip. So I said a lot of things in between shots, like a lot. So I tried to find like the kind of like funniest and best ones. And that hope dies last, because that's a German saying. We say that like all the time when something is like not going the way we want to. And
How do you say it in German?
Die Hoffnung stirbt zuletzt.
Okay, I got to work on that.
That's great.
Yeah. And
So, oh yeah, go
Go
on.
ahead.
Finish.
oh, I just want to say that obviously that shot being blew my mind already that it worked at all. But what blew my mind even more is that my SD card literally said less than 5 minutes left to record, and I didn't bring backup because I knew that after 2.5 hours of trying, I was going to be done anyway, no matter if it worked or not. and I was like, okay, this is the last try. It was actually like within the last couple of minutes I was able to throw.
Wow.
And because you don't usually see me like react like that to if I made a trick shot. Usually I'm like just playing it cool and like I could do it anytime.
Yep.
But there I was like, oh my goodness, and just like went like this jump in the air, and yes, because I was like, man, I can't believe it worked like in the last couple seconds of me doing it.
Oh, well, that makes me, I want to bring up a point. We talked about this back when you hit the super bass shot or the bass drop, which is my favorite trick shot you've ever hit. But something that people don't know who ever tried a trick shot or have seen your trick shot videos is like how long and how difficult the bass drop shot was. And that basically is where Simon threw the disc as high as he could up in the air, and it did what we call MTA, maximum time aloft, and it came backwards into the basket. And it was so sick. When you see it, though, it's kind of like, oh, that was cool, but like, that's like a thrower's trick shot. That's like a person who knows how difficult that is. That's where the payoff is for people who understand the difficulty. Like, speak on like the difficulty of this shot and like where the cool factor mixes with the presentation factor in your eyes.
Yeah, it's so crazy because this shot, there has to be like a how cool it looks scale and a how difficult it is scale. And the greatest trick shots are the easy ones to do, but the ones that look the coolest because those have the greatest effect and are efficient to make. And then the worst trick shots are the one that are the hardest to make and look the least cool. And I think this one slightly falls a bit more to that scale because I want to challenge everyone to at least go out and try it. Like, maybe not everyone has 2 baskets to throw at, but aim at 2 trees or something like that and just try throwing 2 discs at once and having any kind of consistency, because you'll notice within a couple of throws, like who has that much time to waste to even try that and believe it'll work? So, yeah.
I mean, that's what makes you the trick shot king, I think. Not only your incredible Frisbee skill, obviously, but then also you have that unbreakable resolve where you just never stop going.
Thought it was.
Was that like the collector's edition? That was a fancy looking DVD case.
That's the essence of trick shots.
Yeah, that's right. Answer me this though. What are you aiming at?
Oh, okay. So I moved the baskets right to left, front to back, and actually one basket is a bit closer than the other because the discs don't go quite the same distance. And I was moving them back and forth all the time. And I learned after 2 hours of trying that I have to aim like 2 feet of the right basket, and the left basket has to be about 15 feet closer than the right basket and about 35 feet apart.
And you're aiming to the right of the basket on the right, the farther basket.
2 feet left of the basket on the right.
Okay. Wow.
And what disc was it that you ended up hitting it with? Did you try multiple discs?
I tried the new SkyGod 3 that is coming in a couple of days, and I needed a mid-range to do it. The mid-range just were a bit flatter in profile, had a bit cleaner release on top of each other, so you really want them to slide. And I could just find a more consistent grip on the MD4s, the Crescent Falcon 2s. And also I had more of those, so that was easier to try multiple takes with the same disc.
Yeah, less running back and forth.
All right. Where does this fall in as your most difficult trick shot or the one that you attempted the most?
I would pretty confidently say it's the one that I've tried the most and took the longest time. If you just measure from, yes, it has to be.
You've tried it a lot of other days, not just today, not just that 2.5 hours. You've tried it a lot of other times.
I think I total tried it for an active 5 hours almost, like active throwing, which is probably more than I did the bass drop.
Wow.
How far away?
And how long? Yeah.
Oh, it was like 150-ish. I didn't really measure it. It's like,
that's pretty good.
It's a solid upshot. Just like, it feels like 150.
Yeah, and you wore a hole in the ground too. I remember looking at your feet right there, and there's just a big brown spot in this lush field of grass.
Yeah, I remember I wanted to do like a public apology to the groundskeeper of that baseball field, but my SD card was running out of time, and I didn't have time to do my outro and film a sorry apology to the groundskeeper.
Next time you
Maybe
go out
you
there,
could go
just
sprinkle some grass
sprinkle
seed.
some seed. Go to Lowe's or something, and then get some seed. And
I really should do that. I feel bad.
well, Simon, thank you so much for coming on once again, for going back in the vault with us, and of course for for letting us show that trick shot video, because I know, like I said, hopefully everyone in the disc golf community has seen it. Hopefully everyone that's watching this is subscribed to Simon Lizotte on YouTube. But definitely go check out the video itself. It's quite a bit longer. It's awesome to see the process going through all the tries and all the different things he says. I just kind of cut together something a little quicker, but go check out the whole video. Leave a like, leave a comment, definitely subscribe, and of course, go check out Simon's new Patreon page. I'm sure it's just searching Simon Lizotte on Patreon, correct?
Yeah, guys, I decided yesterday after thinking about it for weeks and weeks if I should go this next step with the Patreon, and a couple sides talked me into it, and I think now it's actually a great idea and a great opportunity. A lot of new doors might open this way. And yeah, other than that, just Sky God 3, guys, dropping in 10 days. And I just have to give a quick shout out to Casey White, who's been helping me so much with the vlogs. And we made a sick Sky God promo video. We did it last week, so that's going to drop like when the Sky God gets released. And that video has 11 aces, so we should look out for that one.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait for that. All right, folks, you heard it here. Check it out. Get those notifications turned on Simon's channel. Some really great stuff coming. Once again, I appreciate the hustle. It's so awesome to see you committing to this thing with the equipment and just consistency that is so hard to do with anyone that's ever created videos and content.
Say goodbye to Jonathan.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
There you go.
Nice,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks for
Nice.
joining us, Simon. All right.
Thanks, Simon.
Take care.
All right, guys, have fun. Thank you, guys.